Hold up. Hey, what's up, court? Welcome back to the court, you guys. Sorry, I'm reading my family's group chat. Sorry, chat, reading my family's group chat. Hey, how y'all doing this morning? Are y'all having a wonderful, scrumdunleful, amazing, scrumdalien morning? Me too. Today I'm going to try on tuxes. Obviously, I'm already married. For the people who have asked me this in my comments, I'm already married, but we didn't have the ceremony. If you know anybody that was in the military, you know, military people don't really have ceremonies very often. But I've always wanted to have a ceremony. So we're gonna have that. No promos. How are you doing this morning? Ooh, that is actually as sour as it says. Sour watermelon candy. I'm pouring this down the sink. Goodness gracious. Come on, these flavors. Oh my goodness, this is so trash. Oh my. Hold it. Sorry, Chet, that probably sounds disgusting. Oh, that's trash. I'm making a review. I'm gonna grab this clip from the stream and I'm gonna make a review on this bag right here. Gorilla Mine. I was really interested in this because I used to watch a dude who came up with Gorilla Mine, right? The dude, what is his name now? Actually, I forgot what his name is. Plates or something? I don't remember what guy's name is, to be honest. But I wanted to drink it. I wanted to try it because, you feel me? I used to watch his content. I used to mess with his vibe for real. Then he started making all this gossipy content. I stopped watching. I can't stand gossip. So I stopped watching because of that stuff. But I was watching because of the knowledge that he was showing, the demonstration that he had, right? But I was like, shoot, he probably makes a good bag. The bro was hella smart. But this right here, chat, trash. Chat, this right here, trash. I'm not gonna lie. Worst bev I've ever had in my life. I'm not gonna lie. Worst energy drink I've ever tasted. Because it tastes like exactly the flavor, but like an energy drink. Tastes like this, sour watermelon candy, but it's an energy drink. It's trash. It's trash. Okay, so I'm gonna clip that and scene. All right, time to play basketball. So, chat, what are we gonna do this morning? Do you play League of Legends? Do I play League of Legends? My brother-in-law is trying to put me on because I want to play. I never played before. Right? My little sister, she used to play, right? And I was like, dang, bro, like it kind of look hype. I'm not gonna lie, like idle games. I don't really have any idle games. And then the homies only want to play Call of Duty. They only want to play Call of Duty. So if you want to put me on, for sure. If you got the knowledge, you got tips and tricks for League of Legends, because I'm finna play soon. I'm just waiting for my brother-in-law to put me on. Please play Darius as a basketball player. Skip bet. Please play bet. You don't gotta ask. You don't really gotta ask that hard, bro. I'm gonna let you right now. I'm already interested. I just don't have nobody to play with. So I'm waiting for my brother-in-law to put me on for real. And don't they have like guilds? Don't they have guilds? You feel me? And League of Legends, I need to join a guild. One of the strongest ones, you feel me? And you learn from the greats. I need to learn from the greats, you feel me? That's what we call game out. Okay, but we're doing 3 drills, 30 minutes, and then the next 30 minutes we're doing the masterpieces. Chapter 6 or 7 is sorry to all of Three dribble shots only. Right track, and then immediately follow up with 3 dribble shots for the baskets, and then the exercise afterwards. But let's get into it. Because I only have this time because your boys go into a single shot like that. Because your boys ceremony before he's ready. Oh, yes, sir. First bucket. First bucket away. Yesterday, check tee him up. I flew up. Tee him up. Tee him up. I flew up. Went to this nasty Spanish restaurant. I ate a burrito. I ate a half of it, and it tore my stomach to pieces. It tore my stomach to pieces. And then I had like 36 minutes. Oh man. And I was like, dang, I can't hold this in. I was like, dang, I can't hold this in. So then I'm going to a Best Buy, right? Best Buy with my family came over and visited me for the first time ever. I put over to a Best Buy parking lot, right, Chad? And then I threw it in Best Buy. Oh man. And then I went into the bathroom. And then I drove home. I showed up for 30 minutes. And then went to the bathroom and got home. Last night was pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm here. I'm locked in. I'm in the gym. I feel good. I'm not gonna lie. I feel a lot better. Just, I guess I need to see something nasty in my body. I will not be there again. 0 out of 10, not right now. Food is disgusting. When I figure out what that comes to name is, I'm making it for you because you make me throw up, bro. Oh man, that's crazy. All this. Oh man. I did that in chest like this, but that was weighing heavy on my belly. That was weighing heavy on my gut, Chad. I'm not gonna lie. Appreciate the light, bro. Appreciate that. You have a good one too, man. I'm doing this right now, Chad, right? Because I played 3 dribble king of the court with some dudes a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, because I've been in the gym, and 2 weeks ago we've been traveling, and then we've been family for the past 2 weeks. But I'm finally back home in my career. But I played 3 dribble king of the court, got washed. Oh man, I haven't played 3 dribble king of the court in a long time, bro. So I'm here right now, prepping. You feel me? I'm here right now prepping. Because when I see these moves again, I'm cooking these niggas. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna cook these niggas. They be like, oh my goodness, what happened? Well, bro, I haven't played with you forever. But I'm prepping now. I'm prepping right now. I'm gonna cook you niggas. Not be eating again. little rough on my body right now, but it is what it is. I don't know if I have the nutrient value in every second. But who cares? There are people who have way less nutrition in their body around the world, and they're getting to do it so bad. So what's my excuse? Absolutely. Good morning to you. Welcome to the chat. If it's your first time on the group. Oh my goodness. What if you only get one opportunity? You feel me? What if you only get one shot? You gotta take the one shot, right? What if you only get one? One shot by one shot. Sometimes you need more than one shot. Sometimes you need more than one shot. I wish I had a body so I could practice with my hip around the body. You feel me? I need to get like my visualizing my other person. So I need to work with the body. The body go between his legs, his back. And sometimes I'm too jumpy, and I've seen that several times. When I'm too jumpy on defense, it can work out. But when I'm patient, I take my time on defense and I rebound hold it. It's a lot better defense happens. You feel me? Mostly people with my feet, when they do all this movement, I don't need to do all that. Stand my toes, be ready. You feel me? Nobody told you that today. If anybody tells you anything otherwise, you're lying. Confidence is extremely important. You feel me? Always be confident. If you're in a situation you find yourself not being confident, gravitate to yourself right now and decide to be confident. Because confidence is extremely important. Without confidence, I would miss every single one of these shots. With confidence, I make all these shots. Confidence and faith are the same thing. You feel me? People say faith, you say belief, it's confidence. Confidence is the rule of the human being. Be confident. Inspire you. Oh, that's cool. That went out. There we go. I think I'm getting to the last one. So, man, I should lay down. I could have missed, but now it's 9 o'clock. Yes, sir. It's not 9 o'clock actually. I have 2 minutes in real time. No, actually I have 1 more minute left. Let's shoot again. There we go. Now it's 9 o'clock. All right, let's get on. Let's get on to the next performance of the day. How y'all doing? I know I've been not looking at the chat or looking at the screen. I just been yapping to y'all, but I hope it's some good yaps. Hope y'all vibing with the yap. All right, follow me, chat. We're gonna go to the bleachers. Nah, we sit in the first row. First row, chat. Follow me to the bleachers. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon. It's bright early for your boy. I'm gonna knock this reading out. After I just ask my wife to help me out real quick. We're on week 7 of 24. So let's go ahead and go over recap week 1 through 6. So week 1, what did we find out? It's not advertisement. Turn that around. What did we find out week 1, right? Week 1, we did the meditation from the end of the chapter. And at the end of the chapter, it asks us to sit still for 15 minutes, be quiet, and don't interact with your thoughts. What did that help us find out from week 1? It helped us figure out in week 1 that we are not our thoughts. Any noise that happens in our head is not us, actually. You feel me? So let's go ahead and move on to week 2. So week 2, we did the same thing, similarly to week 1, but when we sat quiet, we were still just chilling, no noise. What we did this time was we interacted with our thoughts. And our interaction was not now, maybe later. And why? Well, the request from the chapter was for us to quiet the noise. This time we didn't want to sit in the noise, we wanted to quiet the noise. So our saying for quieting the noise originally was not now, maybe later. And what did that show us? That showed us that we have the control, the power, the ability. It's all with us to control our mental space, our mind, or the noise. You feel me? It doesn't have any control over you. You have the dominion over it. You feel me? So week 3, what did we figure out? What were we supposed to do for week 3? So week 3, we did the same thing as week 2. We got quiet in a comfortable spot, set up in a good position, and then during our quiet time, now maybe related to our thoughts again, and then we're supposed to relax our body, right? Because we forget to relax our body during these times, right? We forget that you have to rest, right? Yet you need good rest, right? And a comfortable space to do this is at home, right? So we usually do these meditations at the crib, but busy day today, so we're gonna be in the gym today. But it reminded us to let our body relax, to chill out, right? So that's what week 3 was. So week 4, what did we do in week 4? So week 4 was the same thing again, building on top of all the other weeks. and then we added on top of it. This time it was the mental plane. I know I spoke on that before, but the noise and the mental plane are two different things in the first place, right? And the mental plane is where the housing of fear comes from. Noise doesn't create the fear. The acceptance of that noise creates the fear, right? So that the fear is created from you think that stuff is not going to work out, right? You think it's not going to work out for you. So what was I saying for week 4 for the mental plane? It was, it's okay, it's working out, right? To remember in those times that you're scared of something not working out, that it's okay, it's going to work out. It's all right, it's working out. It's working out exactly how it has to, you feel me? So week 4, we did that. So then we ended up replacing our week 2, saying, not now, maybe later, with week 4 saying, it's okay, it's working out. So we don't have to remember so many things to say, right? Week 5, we did a similar thing. Week 5 was visualization, right? And I told you in week 5, the tip for visualizing was to see your own physical hands. So when they asked us to study a picture, right? The picture that you want to study is your hands, right? So you want to see your hands when you're visualizing, because that brings you to that moment. The way you physically can tell that you're here right now, even in this space, is because you have hands. You see yourself. You see your own body, right? That reminds you that you're here, right? So when you're visualizing, look down at your own hands. Study your own hands. Look at the creases in your hands. If you have any significant marks in your hands, remember those, right? And then close your hands and see your hands with your eyes closed, right? Week 6 was another compound upon week 5. The same thing, really, and then it was more like visualizing again. But week 5 was our first taste of it. Week 6 was a building upon that one. It was like grab a picture somewhere. So I still said, see your hands again. It's just an incredible thing to do. It helps you push you in the direction you want to go at. Being able to see your own hands is an amazing thing to be able to see. Whenever you're touching something, whenever you're reaching for something, you use it with your hands. You feel me? You know? So now we're on week 7. So week 7, we're going to get into week 7. All right. This is the master system, this edition right here. Another edition my mom got me for my birthday, right? I gave away my other one to a future family member, I'm assuming. This is a complete original edition. Grab this for Amazon if you want it. I told you I like to read through these different copies to see what's different in these different books. Just to let y'all know which ones you should pick up and which ones you shouldn't pick up. There are a couple ones that I don't think you should pick up. It leaves out too much information. I'll show you guys again the next time we stream at the house. But there are a couple that you shouldn't pick up because they leave out too much information. It's like the different copies of the Bible, where there's just in different versions, they leave out different information or they add stuff on top of it. And we want it to be consistent across the board. But the Master Key System, the complete original edition by Charles F&L, this includes the bonus book, Mental Chemistry. We're going to read part 7. And remember, chat, this is a 24-week reading. We're going to be reading this book for 24 weeks. Every week, we're going to be reading the same chapter 3 times that week and then doing the exercise 3 times that week. So, to begin chapter 7, it starts with advice. So, advice. Remember to fully understand grand and beautiful thought requires perhaps as much time as to conceive it. Dribble. If you wish to enjoy the utmost practical benefit of the Master Key, go slowly. 24 weeks, go slowly, take your time. Transfuse into your mind the contents of one part only, each week for 24 weeks. Hey, I'm telling you, I did, hey, 24 weeks. Realize the meaning of every phrase. Consult the Master Key, constantly as your perpetual help and stimulus. Each time you read the work, you will get a better understanding of the internal cosmic principles. Tell others of the Master Key so that more and more people may reciprocate with you as conscious of depths in harmony with the publishers. Hey, I'm telling you, I'm not clairvoyant. I may be, but you feel me? This wasn't in my original copy. The original one that I had did not have this advice in it. I'm telling you. Part 7. This part tells you of a method of which you may construct the mold or model from which your future will emerge. It tells how you may make it grand and beautiful. It explains that you are not limited as to cost or material, that no one can place any limitations on it but yourself. It explains that in the construction of this model, there is much work to be done, that no one can do the work but yourself, but it tells you what to do and how to do it. It suggests methods and plans which if faithfully and persistently carried out, will result in conditions exactly in accordance with the purpose and thought. It tells of millions of faithful helpers which will come to your aid if you are faithful in your work. And it tells why some who are apparently faithfully endeavoring to realize their ideals seem to fail. It is sometimes just as important to know what not to do as what to do. Introduction, Part 7. Through all the ages, man has believed in an invisible power, through which and by which all things have been created and are continually being recreated. We may personalize this power and call it God, or we may 98. Think of it as the essence of spirit, which permeates all things. But in either case, the effect is the same. So far as the individual is concerned, the objective, the physical, the visible, is the personal, that which can be cognized by the senses. It consists of body, brain, and nerves. The subjective is the spiritual, the invisible, the impersonal. The personal is conscious because it is a personal entity. The impersonal, being the same in kind and quality as all other beings, is not conscious of itself, and has therefore been termed the subconscious. The personal, or conscious, has the power of will and choice, and can therefore exercise discrimination in the selection of methods whereby to bring about the solution of difficulties. The impersonal, or spiritual, being a part or one, the source and origin of all power, can necessarily exercise no such choice, but, on the contrary, it has infinite resources at its command. It can and does bring about results by methods concerning which the human or individual mind can have no possible conception. You will therefore see that it is your privilege to depend upon the human will, with all its limitations and misconceptions, or you may utilize the potentialities of infinity by making use of a subconscious mind. Here then is the scientific explanation of the wonderful power which has been put within your control, if you but understand, appreciate, and recognize it. One method of consciously utilizing this omnipotent power is outlined in Part 7. Part 7. Bullet 1. Visualization is the process of making mental images, and the image is the mold or model which will serve as the pattern from which your future will emerge. Bullet 2. Make the pattern clear and make it beautiful. Do not be afraid, make it grand. Remember that no limitation can be placed upon you by anyone but yourself. You are not limited as to cost or material. Draw on the infinite for your supply. Construct it into your imagination. It will have to be there before it would ever appear anywhere else. Bullet 3. Make the image clear and clean cut. Hold it firmly in your mind, and you will gradually and constantly bring the thing nearer to you. You can be what you will to be. Bullet 4. This is another psychological fact, which is well known, but unfortunately, reading about it will not bring about any result which you may have in mind. It will not even help you to form the mental image, much less bring it into manifestation. Work is necessary. Labor, hard mental labor, the kind of effort which so few are willing to put forth. Bullet 5. The first step is idealization. It is likewise the most important step, because it is the plan on which you are going to build. It must be solid. It must be permanent. The architect, when he plans a grand building, has every line and detail pictured in advance. The engineer, when he spans a chasm, first ascertains the strength and requirements of a million separate parts. Bullet 6. They see the end before a single step is taken. So you are to picture in your mind what you want. You are sowing the seed. But before sowing any seed, you want to know what the harvest is to be. This is idealization. If you are not sure, return to the chair daily until the picture becomes plain. It will gradually unfold. First, the general plan will be dim, but it will take shape. The outline will take form. Then the details and you will gradually develop the power by which you will be enabled to formulate plans, which will eventually materialize in the objective world. You will come to know what the future holds for you. Bullet 7. Then comes the process of visualization. You must see the picture more and more complete. see the detail, and as the detail begins to unfold, the ways and means for bringing it into manifestation will develop. One thing will lead to another. Thought will lead to action. Action will develop methods. Methods will develop friends, and friends will bring about circumstances, and finally the third step, or materialization, will become accomplished. Bullet 8. We all recognize that the universe must have been thought into shape before it ever could have become a material fact. And if we are willing to follow along the lines of the great architect of the universe, we shall find our thoughts taking form, just as the universe took concrete form. It is the same mind operating through the individual. There is no difference in kind or quality. The only difference is one of degree. Bullet 9. The architect visualizes his building. He sees it as he wishes it. His thought becomes a plastic mold from which the building will eventually emerge. A high or low one, a beautiful one or a plain one. His vision takes form on paper, and eventually the necessary material is utilized and the building stands complete. Bullet 10. The inventor visualizes his idea in exactly the same manner. For instance, Nikola Tesla. He was great with giant intellect, one of the greatest inventors of all ages, the man who has brought forth the most amazing realities, always visualizes his inventions before attempting to work them out. He does not rush to embody them in form and then spend his time correcting defects. Having first built up the idea in his imagination, he holds it there as a mental picture, to be reconstructed and improved by his thought. In this way, he writes, an electrical experimenter, I am enabled to rapidly develop and perfect a conception without touching anything. When I have gone so far as to embody in the invention every possible improvement I can think of and see no fault anywhere, I put it into concrete form, the product of my brain. Invariably, my device works as I conceived it should. In 20 years, there has not been a single exception. Bullet 11. If you can conscientiously follow these directions, you will develop faith, the kind of faith that is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not yet seen. You will develop confidence. What did I say earlier? Confidence. The kind of confidence that leads to endurance and courage. You will develop the power of concentration, which will enable you to exclude all thoughts except the ones which are associated with your purpose. Bullet 12. The law is that thought will manifest in form, and only one who knows how to be the divine thinker of his own thoughts can ever take a master's place and speak with authority. Bullet 13. Clearness and accuracy are obtained only by repeatedly having the image in mind. Each repeated action renders the image more clear and accurate than the preceding. And in proportion to the clearness and accuracy of the image will the outward manifestation be. You must build it firmly and securely in your mental world, the world within, before it can take form in the world without. And you can build nothing of value, even in the mental world, unless you have the proper material. When you have the material, you can build anything you wish, but make sure of your material. You cannot make broadcloth from shoddy. Bullet 14. This material will be brought out by millions of solid mental workers and fashioned into the form of the mental image which you have in mind. 15. Think of it. You have over 5 million of these mental workers ready and in active use, brain cells they are called. Besides this, there is another reserve force of at least an equal number, ready to be called into action at the slightest need. Your power to think, then, is almost unlimited. And this means that your power to create the kind of material which is necessary to build for yourself, any kind of environment you desire, is practically unlimited. Bullet 16. In addition to these millions of mental workers, you have billions of mental workers in the body, every one of which is endowed with sufficient intelligence to understand and act upon any message or suggestion given. These cells are all busy creating and recreating the body, but in addition to this, they are endowed with psychic activity, whereby they can attract to themselves the substance necessary to perfect development. Bullet 17. They do this by the same law and in the same manner that every form of life attracts to itself the necessary material for growth. The oak, the rose, the lily, all require certain material for their most perfect expression, and they secure it by silent demand, law of attraction. the most certain way for you to secure what you require for your most complete development. Bullet 18. Make the mental image. Make it clear, distinct, perfect. Hold it firmly. The ways and means will develop. Supply will follow the demand. You'll be led to do the right thing at the right time and in the right way. Earnest desire will bring about confident expectation, and this in turn must be reinforced by firm demand. These three cannot fail to bring about attainment, because the earnest desire is the feeling, the confident expectation is the thought, and the firm demand is the will. And as we have seen, feeling gives out vitality to thought, and the will holds it steadily until the law of growth brings it into manifestation. Bullet 19. Is it not wonderful that man has such tremendous power within himself, such transcendental faculties concerning which he had no conception? It is not strange that we have always been taught to look for strength and power without. We have been taught to look everywhere but within, and whenever this power manifested in our lives, we were told that it was something supernatural. Bullet 20. There are many who have come to an understanding of this wonderful power, and who make serious and conscientious efforts to realize health, power, and other conditions, and seem to fail, and they do not seem to be able to bring the law into operation. The difficulty in nearly every case is that they are dealing with externals. They want money, power, health, and abundance, but they fail to realize that these are effects and can only come when the cause is found. 21. Those who will give no attention to the world without, will seek only to ascertain the truth, will only look for wisdom, will find that this wisdom will unfold and disclose the source of our power, that it will manifest in thought and purpose, which will create the external conditions desired. The truth will find expression in noble purpose and courageous action. Bullet 22. Create ideals only. Give no thought to external conditions. Make the world within beautiful and opulent, and the world without will express and manifest the condition which you have made within. You will come into realization of your power to create ideals, and these ideals will be projected into the world of effect. For instance, a man is in debt. Bullet 23. For instance, a man is in debt. He will continually be thinking about the debt, concentrating on it, and his thoughts are causes. The result is that he not only fastens the debt closer to him, but actually creates more debt. He is putting the great law of attraction into operation with the usual and inevitable result. Loss leads to greater loss. 24. What then is the correct principle? Concentrate on the things you want, not on the things you do not want. Think of abundance. Idealize the methods and plans for putting the law of abundance into operation. Visualize the conditions which the law of abundance creates. This will result in manifestation. Bullet 25. If the law operates perfectly to bring about poverty, lack, and every form of limitation, for those who are continually entertaining thoughts of lack and fear, it will operate with the same certainty to bring about conditions of abundance and opulence for those who entertain thoughts of courage and power. Bullet 26. This is a difficult problem for many. We are too anxious. We manifest anxiety, fear, and distress. We want to do something. We want to help. We are like a child who has planted a seed and every 15 minutes goes out and stirs up the earth to see if it's growing. Of course, under such circumstances, the seed will never germinate, and yet this is exactly what many of us do in the mental world. Bullet 27. We must plant the seed and leave it undisturbed. This does not mean that we are to sit down and do nothing. By no means we will do more and better work than we have ever done before. New channels will constantly be provided. New doors will open. All that is necessary is to have an open mind and be ready to act when the time comes. Bullet 28. Thought force is the most powerful means of obtaining knowledge, and if concentrated on any subject, will solve the problem. Nothing is beyond the power of human comprehension, but in order to harness thought force and make it do your bidding, work is required. Bullet 29. Remember that thought is the fire that creates the stem that turns the wheel of fortune, upon which your experiences depend. Bullet 30. Ask yourself a few questions, and then reverently await the response. Do you not now, and then feel the self within you? Do Do you assert this self or do you follow the majority? Remember that majorities are always led, they never lead. It was the majority that fought tooth and nail against the steam engine, the power law, and every other advance or improvement ever suggested. 31. For your next exercise, visualize your friend. See him exactly as you last saw him. See the room, the furniture, recall the conversation, now see his face. See it distinctly, now talk to him about some subject of mutual interest. See his expression change, watch him smile. Can you do this? All right, you can. Then arouse his interest, tell him a story of adventure. See his eyes light up, the spirit of fun and excitement. Can you do all of this? If so, your imagination is good. You are making excellent progress. Part 7, questions and answers. What is visualization? The process of making mental bridges. 2. What is the result of this method of thought? By holding the image or picture in mind, we can gradually but surely bring the thing nearer to us. We can be what we will to be. Bullet 3. Question 3. What is idealization? It is a process of visualizing or idealizing the plans which will eventually materialize in our objective world. Question 4. Why are clearness and accuracy necessary? Because seeing creates the feeling, and feeling creates being. First the mental, then the emotional, then the illimitable possibilities of achievement. Question 5. How are they obtained? Each repeated action renders the image more accurate than the former one. Question 6. How is the material for the construction of your mental image secured? By millions of mental workers, brain cells they are called. Question 7. How are the necessary conditions for bringing about the materialization of your ideal in the objective world secured? By the law of attraction, the natural law of which all conditions and experiences are brought about. I'm coming, baby. I got 5 minutes time. But, yep, I brought about. Question 8. What 3 steps are necessary in order to bring this law into operation? Earnest desire, confident expectation, firm demand. Question 9. Why do many fail? Because they concentrate on loss, disease, and disaster. The law is operating perfectly. The things they fear are coming to them. 10. What is the alternative? Concentrate on the ideals which you desire to see manifested in your life. And one last thing. Man is mind, and evermore he takes the tool of thought in shaping what he wills, brings forth 1,000 joys, 1,000 ills. He thinks in secret and it comes to pass. Environment is but his living class. Bro, that's a bar. James Allen, bro, you're spitting. I'm not gonna lie. James Allen, bro, you're spitting. Well, let me read it one more time. Man is mind, and evermore he takes the tool of thought. In shaping what he wills, brings forth 1,000 joys, 1,000 ills. He thinks in secret, and it comes to pass. Environment is but his living glass. Ooh, that's a bar. Sweet feet. Okay, chat. What I want you guys to do, I do have to take off, but my wife has an appointment tonight coming up, so I have to leave. For your next exercise, do this and then let me know how it goes. Visualize your friend and see him exactly as you last saw him. See the room, the furniture, and recall the conversation. Now see his face or her face and see it distinctly. Now talk to him or her about some subject of mutual interest. See their expression change and watch them smile. Can you do this? All right, you can. Then arouse their interest. Tell them a story of adventure. See their eyes light up. With the spirit of fun or excitement, can you do all of this? Yes. If so, your imagination is good and you're making excellent progress. Okay, chat. So your man, your favorite dude on the internet has to leave, and but I will see you guys soon. I have to go, but you guys have a great one, and I'll see you next time on the next reading and next stream on the channel. Peace.